Man, guys, it's been a week since we've done this, man.
It's been a whole ding-dang-a-ding-dang week.
You can see things have really changed. We switched spots.
We're moving on in the world.
I don't know. Nothing happened.
Nate's life is one big blur.
Make sure you speak up, Nate.
He just
scoot
lives-
into the mic, guys.
I will eat your soul! Is that loud enough?
Yeah.
Nate just lives, works, con. That's what
Exactly.
his schedule is: work, con.
That's not 100% true.
No.
I now that I've got that Yeti mic and I worked on a bunch of quality issues with my gaming channel, I started putting out game.
And are you putting out quality content?
I don't know. That's for them to
Content.
Oh!
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the show, which officially has a name now. ACR Weekly. Did I explain to you why I wanted that? I did.
Yes.
Did I explain to you why I wanted ACR Weekly? I decided, first of all, it's not even a bad name. But second of all, I didn't want the name to have anime, conventions, or reviews in the title. Because then that automatically closes off a certain bracket of people from watching it. So they see convention reviews podcast, and they're like, oh, well, I don't really go to conventions. But we're going to talk about other things than just conventions. So right. I was like, this doesn't really make sense. We're going to scare these people off before they even get in.
We are ACR. And we're doing this weekly.
Yeah, but they're just going to think it's a car podcast.
Oh, dude.
Well, it doesn't matter.
So I don't know anyone that knows what ACR is.
Quick tidbit. I was driving by a train today. And
a band?
Yeah, it was great. No, a train, and on one of the carts, there was graffiti, and it said ACR on it. And I was like...
Aw, boy.
I was like, it's a sign.
Aw, buddy.
It's a sign we're popular.
We're now the image for graffiti artists.
So what is this show? This is the weekly convention reviews podcast.
Where we talk about conventions and
other things. Basically, us three guys, sometimes maybe with some other people if we ever get out of this room.
Get out of this damn room!
We come around this mic and we give you a show every week. Goes early on Patreon every Wednesday.
Do you want to talk about Patreon? We
don't have to talk a lot about it, but if you guys don't know, check out the Patreon and the link in the description. You can get lots of extra things on the channel and help support us and keep things running over here.
But we're not begging.
And if you haven't watched last week's podcast, it gives a very in-depth description on what Patreon is.
Yeah, you should go check that one out if you're interested. But for the Patreon supporters who support at I think it's the $10 limit, you get this 1 week early, and for the rest of you guys, you get this the following Wednesday. Either way, you get an episode every Wednesday.
You want to know what other rewards you can get? Go check out the Patreon. And I think do we think that's enough pimping out the Patreon?
Yeah, we don't need to talk too much about it every episode.
No, this is it's only a second episode, just getting into.
Yeah, check out the Patreon, guys.
Yeah.
Help us out. Okay, enough about the Patreon. Then we're not doing a whole nother topic on that.
No. You got a big bruise on your arm, dude.
I know. I don't know where it came from. Probably work.
No. Probably all that lifting you're doing. Your muscles building under there. You're like, oh man, I can't take it.
It was all that superhero action you've been doing.
Well, I set up 20 round tables and 140 chairs by myself on Sunday. So
you're the real hero.
So probably from that.
The true MVP. So I do want to just a little house cleaning. I want to say that because we didn't really mention in the last episode, one of the Patreon tiers is that you can get your topic read on the show, and we will for sure talk about it. But I feel like that might have scared some people off from even leaving topics in the comments. I want to let you guys know that's just to guarantee it. You can leave topics in the comments that you want to hear us talk about, and it might get on the show. So please do that because we do need more topics, and we'll look through them and see what we want to do. It just you're not guaranteed.
If you pay the high enough amount, then yes, like you said, it's a guarantee. Your topic will be discussed between the 3 or maybe 4 of us, depending if we have someone else on the show at the time.
Yeah, but feel free to leave stuff, and I scrub through every comment. So if we find something that we're like, oh, that's an interesting topic, we'll definitely talk about it. So I just want to make sure you guys do know that. So feel free to leave things, and also feel free to leave questions. Because I was thinking about because it's a 4-topic show, but there's 3 guys. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking about making 1 topic a person, and the 4th topic is we're answering questions from the community.
That makes sense.
Do we want to do that this week?
Well, we don't have any.
Oh.
Well, I'm telling you guys to leave questions, and we'll start doing a segment where we answer them.
What do you do to your hair?
What do you do?
It is different than it has been in the past. Let's not talk about my hair right now. I didn't want to point people toward it. I've been sleeping on it. Okay, so do we want to just jump straight into what the real topic of the show is? We're gonna have 3 topics today.
We're gonna have the tots.
The top topic. You're scooting a little more. You're over on the edge of the camera. You're gonna be distorted a little bit because of that lens.
Distortion.
The camera hates me, yo.
So if you got this, if you're not getting this early on Patreon, then right now you're in the middle of watching the Anime Central videos that are coming out.
Yes.
And that's what our topic is. We want to talk about Acen in general. So
I heard something awesome about Acen that I'm actually quitting.
Well,
Pretty excited.
Put a pin in it for just a second.
Put a pin in it.
I want to tell people what Acen is if they don't know, because people could be anywhere in the country or even not in the country. Acen is short for Anime Central, and it is the largest convention in all of the Midwest. It was the third largest anime convention, and I believe as of last year, it's moved up to the second largest anime convention, passing Otakon.
Past Otakon? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
how many people?
As far as I know right now, it's the second largest anime convention, right behind Anime Expo in all of America.
Now, well, go ahead and let's explain it what Acen is.
Well, how many people go to this one?
I don't know how many is going to be this year, but it's between 30 and 40,000.
That's what I thought.
Say, isn't it like 30 to 50 or something?
If I remember
30 to 40.
last year, they were like the day before they were estimating like 28 to 32,000 people. Not last year. Last time we went.
Yeah, it's definitely above 30,000 now. Who knows? It may hit 40K this year. I don't know, but it's been getting lots of hype.
There's a train going by, guys. We live right by the train tracks. So sorry about that. It's loud.
We'll try to get out of this room.
We're gonna be looking for a new place.
It's not by a train track, hopefully. So, the reason I want to talk about Acen, not just because it's happening right now, like for us, it's in 2 days. For you guys, you're probably watching the videos of it, so this is a great time for this topic.
Of course.
I wanted to talk about it because Acen is this really strange con. It's
another world.
It really is. It's so different from most every con we go to because it's not like a lot of cons we go to, we know beforehand, like, you know, we're gonna like this con or it's gonna be like average. We're just kind of going for the videos.
Acen is a different beast every year.
Yeah, it is. We've only been 2 years, but it's not been the same yet.
We've only been twice, but from what I've heard, I'm not really that far off.
Yeah.
From that description.
Make sure you're getting in front of me.
Sorry.
You're kind of falling out of the camera too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to talk about it because it's just a strange one. Like, we go to Acen every other year. Me and you went 2012, then the three of us with some other people. You only went for 1 day. You've never been to Acen the whole weekend.
Nope.
But
and I was dead tired after the 1 day.
I bet.
But that's because I knew I was only going for 1 day, so I went hard and didn't really like resting.
We went 2014, and now 2016 we're going for the third time.
This is our third time at Acen.
So why does that happen? Why do we skip a year after every Acen? I think it's because...
You need a break, dude.
Not only do I think we need a break, I think we're always disappointed with Acen.
That's true, because, well, the first year we went, we were hyped as F. It was our second con ever.
Yeah.
And you're going to the
we didn't realize how big it was. We did not realize how big it was.
Oh, really?
Was it the third still at the time?
Yeah, we knew it was big. This train is loud. I'm sorry, guys.
Guys.
This is one of the louder trains I've ever heard.
It's like the fat train going by.
Yeah, we didn't realize how big it was.
Speaking of fat, I got to see what a fat roll looks like on Dark Souls 3. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like it.
A fat roll?
Yeah.
Like where you have too much weight on you?
Yes, plop. You just kind of plop.
You don't want to do that.
I'm surprised you hadn't seen
You don't
what it
want to
was.
plop when you're in the middle of fighting Yorm.
So, what about Acen?
Sorry.
Stay on topic.
Sorry. You said roll. Anyway, yeah, it's the first year we went. We were all hyped, second con, and we get there. First off, it was disappointing to us, but it was such one of these things. You know what I mean?
Acen's a balancing act, really.
It's like they'll do one good thing. It's never like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's literally just it just evens out. Like there's like a million awesome things, and then there's a million really stressful and.
That's the thing about Acen is that it's not like it's bad. It's that there's a lot of stress. It's easily the most stressful con we go to.
My biggest thing
year.
is once we find out what our room is, a lot of stress will be lifted or gained. Because if you're on floor 17, you're like, oh shit, because you're gonna be taking the stairs. But if you're on floor 5, you're like, okay.
Or if we're not
If
even
you're on floor 17 at Acen, you might want
big.
to. You might want to ask the. There's not 17 floors at Acen.
No.
At 12, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 12.
But still.
No, I get your point. I'm just making a dumb joke.
Well, I want to be in like the executive area.
Where we were that
again.
one year?
Yeah, there's this area. There's this wing at Acen where you don't. The way Acen is set up, there's these elevators in the middle of all the action.
And there's only 4.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, and people F them up, and sometimes they break down. So we could get down to 2 or maybe 1 elevator
That's happened.
on Saturday in the middle of the con. And they bring it up, you're like, they're basically in the middle of a giant atrium, so a giant open area. And then all the rooms are on the outside walls. You guys have probably seen hotels like this before, but if you're in one of those rooms at Acen, you're going to have long waits for that elevator.
You'll
so-
have longer waits for the elevator than autographs sometimes.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, yeah.
Well,
there's
it depends
some
who you're
long-
getting an
talking
autograph
at
from.
You're talking at least a 10 to 15 minute wait.
Oh.
I mean, if you want an autograph from me, yeah, there's not a big wait.
No,
Just
no.
walk on up.
Walk on up with a pen and paper and don't even say anything.
They'll just be like, "Did you want to?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay. There you go." You go wait for the elevator. It's gonna take all
He
day.
just walks off and then throws it in the trash.
I'm like, what happened here?
That would be hilarious. I want to do that. I'm just going to walk up to some random person and be like, autograph? And they're like, okay.
Go up
go to the trash.
Go up to Todd.
Okay, I just
Abercorn.
realized how mean that is.
Go up to Todd Abercorn. Todd, I'm so happy to meet you.
I'm such a
thanks.
big
It's great to
fan.
meet you too.
The second
He
side
signs,
just rip it.
Thanks, man. All right, and then just drop it and walk away.
That would be an awesome video, though.
Oh,
I realize how mean that
One
is. I
day.
will not be doing that.
So the elevators are nothing at Acen, though. It's really the people. It comes down to the people. Acen is not. It's a big con, guys, and it's a party con. I mean,
Oh, it really? Yeah, it's.
Wait,
This is.
is there another Craigslist ad?
the orgy.
Yeah.
We'll get to the orgy. We'll get there.
But it's a party con, and there
Honestly,
it
I
is.
feel like we could spend the whole show on Acen.
Well,
Let's see how we are.
it's Acen's a party con, and I just remember. I remember the hot dogs. That's what I always think of when I
What?
think of Acen nightlife. I remember. Were you with us when that happened?
Mm-hmm.
We were all standing down in like the bottom floor, not the basement, but like the base level floor of Acen, and down the escalators and the stairs come this whole group of like 10 to 15 dudes dressed as hot dogs
That's
with like
awesome.
boom boxes, and they're like dancing, and I was like, "This is amazing."
That is
It
great.
was quite a sight.
I was like, Acen's incredible. But then there's other things like when you go to get in the rave and literally the line is wrapped all the way around the building and they tell you you're not getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And
can
on
wait
the
in the
side.
line all night with no guarantee that you're going to get in.
It's like literally waiting in line to get into the club.
Yeah. Except you don't ever even get to the front for them to tell you no.
Yeah, they just tell you no.
Except I did. I had a press badge, and normally that means you can get in.
No matter what.
And so I went up to the front of the line. I was like, "Hey, I got a press badge. I just want to get a little bit of footage." And they were like, "Okay, you'll be the next one in, but we're not letting anybody in." And I stood there for like 10 minutes, and I was like, "Can I not just walk in and get like I've seen a couple of people go out? Can I not just walk in and get a little footage and I'll leave?" And they're like, "No, you gotta wait." And I was just like,
That's idiotic.
Forget it. I'm out of here. I'm done trying.
This is what we're talking about in the bad things about Acen.
It's so split. And for me, one of my personal things that gets me on Acen is recording people. Because everybody's in such a rush. So, like, I'll go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, can I record you for a cosplay music video?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." But then they don't want to... You can tell that they need to get out of it.
Everybody, even all the cosplayers who are there to be have pictures taken solely, they have somewhere to be.
Mhm.
There's
You
always
always have
somewhere
somewhere
to
to
be at Acen, whether it's a panel,
The
whether
dealer
it's-
room, the rave.
Oh, the dealer's room is like its own topic. Oh,
I
my
can't
God,
wait.
We'll get to the dealer room.
I can't wait for that.
We want,
Well, and then the other thing that gets me with recording them is there's so many people there that want pictures and so many people... Like, you can't...
Get alone time.
Yeah, you can't really fight it. You can't fight the crowd. So I'll be like recording someone and telling them to get these poses, and then like 10 people come up. "I want a picture, I want a picture, I want a picture." And it's like, we're kind of doing something. Can you wait a second? And it's like, no! And they get their picture, and then you just kind of have to work around them. I know after this Acen, I'm probably going to be in some people's pictures because I'm standing there trying to
we'll
record
all
the
be
person.
in some people's pictures.
Well, that's, yeah.
Well, not cosplay pictures. I don't go for that stuff. I tend to record you getting cosplay because it's like, oh, look what's going on behind the scene.
Oh, we're all doing video there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Check out these guys' channels. What are they?
Yeah, I'm ACR. It's been a minute. I'm
ACR.
an ACR Director's Cut.
And I am con_chaos.
If I remember, I'll put them in the link in the description. If I don't remember, somebody comment in the comments and tell me, put them to give you a link. So the dealer's room. This is one of the good things and the bad things about Acen. Anyone want
I don't
to
think
intro us to that dealer's room?
It's the greatest mall you've ever been to.
It's like going to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Is it?
You walk in and you're like, in a world of pure imagination.
That really, Acen is the con that should have had that song.
No way, dude. Youmacon deserved that.
Yo, Youmacon did deserve that.
I guess you're right.
Just because you're at awe because how much stuff is at Acen, you get too overwhelmed, and it doesn't. It turns into not imagination.
It turns into imagination.
Oh my god! I just want 2 hours of sleep.
No, wait. It goes from pure imagination to there's no telling when we're going.
Nate, honestly, I don't think you get Acen yet.
You've been for
one
a few
day.
hours.
I was there for 12 hours.
Yeah, but you don't get it. You
12?
weren't.
Okay.
Yeah,
you weren't at Acen on Saturday though.
I know. It was insane on Friday.
Think about this. This is the third, possibly second largest con in the country.
Oh, I know.
And especially if it passed Otakon for number 2.
So this is bigger than Dragon Con, really?
Anime cons.
Anime
cons.
Yeah, I forgot about
Dragon
that.
Con's a big comic.
I forgot about that.
Multi-genre con.
Yeah,
They're considered separate things. The dealer's room's amazing. The dealer's room is massive. The dealer's room could literally hold
elephant.
a few elephants. More than a few. It could hold
a whole circus.
The dealer's room.
You could have a circus in that dealer's room.
Just the dealer's room alone.
Do you have a bulb go out?
I think my light just burned out. That's great. Just the dealer's room alone can hold all the rest of the con.
It's true.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
You could have
the dealer's room at least doubles the size.
You could cut the dealer's room into a third, and that be the dealer's room of the con, and the rest of it could be the convention.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's cons like that.
You could spend the whole weekend in the dealer's room just looking around and not see everything.
Mm-hmm.
I consider the dealer's room to be Sunday. That's what I think of the dealer's room. We look at it when we get there. Like, we actually look when we get there because that's fun to do.
You go in there
You're, like, excited.
You go in there periodically to scope out what you want to get on Sunday.
And when you're bored, which doesn't happen a lot at Acen, but sometimes you get bored.
Right.
You go in there and just hang out. But then on Sunday, I feel like every time, both times that we've went on Sunday, that's when we shop.
Dealer's room Sunday.
Shop till you drop. And I don't have a lot of money, so I probably won't be shopping. But I
only-
want to buy one thing. It doesn't need to be expensive. I just wanted something from Acen.
There's a few things I want. I probably won't get all of them.
I'm looking for some good sake
Some
cups.
good kush.
I'm looking for
alcohol.
She's not gonna watch this, so I can say it on the show. I'm looking for Ariel. Her favorite anime character is Loki from.
Well, even if she did watch it, it'd be
It'd be
too late, so that's
unless
why I'm
she
not
does
worried.
Patreon.
She's not supporting me on Patreon.
She ain't doing Patreon.
That's what I'm saying. Unless she did that.
Oh no, but her favorite character is Loki from Fairy Tail, and I'm gonna try and find her a fan art poster of that.
There's some good ones.
That, and I might get a T-shirt.
Which one do you wait? How far? Okay.
I'll get her the tuxedo Loki.
Okay.
Let's talk about something else about Acen really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Acen is a con where there's
It is a con.
where there's not a lot of food.
Oh, it's not.
This is what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I figured we were on the same
Okay, so
page.
think about some of the other cons that are there, which are Con Alt Delete, Anime Midwest. Is there anything else there?
There's been like what was that con? Collision Con, I think is what it was called.
Okay.
I don't know. There's been a
But
bunch
those-
of different
but-
cons.
but
There's a
this is
furry con.
There's
there.
also Chess Con, which was there when
the
we went.
cheerleader con.
The cheerleader con.
A porn convention.
The Indian wedding convention.
Yeah, the Indian wedding.
I don't know if it was a convention, but
I don't know what they. They better. I don't think they schedule anything else during Acen.
I don't think there's the room to schedule
they
anything else
don't.
during Acen.
If they schedule it for like the day after, because I see every year I've gone both times. I've seen like in the other room people already setting up for other things.
But there's just not a lot to eat there. There's not a lot of restaurants around that we find. There's not a food court. There's they don't have a.
They got the food place in the Rosemont,
But it's expensive.
mm-hmm.
But this year...
God has shined his light on us this year.
Yep, God shined his light. You don't know about this?
I don't.
Nate, I'll let you tell him.
Okay.
There's going to be food trucks, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're having food trucks out on the main street, like the side,
Which
you know
is
where you drive
literally-
down, the street you drive down to turn
Dude.
left on to go into the parking lot?
Think of the cosplay. Think of the anime characters dealing with food. Think of the people that cosplay them.
Soma.
Think of the food trucks and cosplay music videos.
This is going to be awesome. I'm super excited. But I'm also not, because this is going to be huge lines for these food trucks.
That's true.
And how much are they going to charge?
That's true.
It's
also.
gonna be expensive.
I'm still bringing my own food.
Maybe it will be reasonable because they know that
They're going to make bank.
maybe not though because they know they're the only food around, so they're
Yeah.
like people are gonna buy this no matter what.
This is going to be expensive. They're the only food around, and there's 30 to 40,000 people who need fed.
That's why I'm still
They're
bringing
gonna
my own
make
food.
They're going to
So-
run out. Maybe not, but I'm sure they're prepared to not
Dude,
run
they'll
out.
probably have a delivery truck every morning show up to
Probably every hour.
every hour.
Oh yeah.
Full on
It's
semi.
It's gonna be like when
It's going to be
you-
fresh. We know that.
them working there is gonna be like when me and you worked as the bread men.
It's going to be worse.
Well, I mean similar in concept.
Yeah.
In theory.
It's just, I'm excited about that for sure.
Yes, that I saw that and I went, someone is a genius.
But also this year, their guest list is really weak.
It is.
Yeah, that's really disappointing.
Monica Real,
They've
Erica
always
Mendez.
they've always had such a good guest list. Is Monica going?
Monica's going to be there, and then Erica Mendez will be there. It's a lot of newer big voice actors.
What about
like,
Todd? What about Vic?
Neither one.
What? Me and you are such like elitist OG voice actors.
If it's not got Todd and Vic, then I don't want
we're
them.
like, we don't like Erica
but like I
Mendez
said,
and your
there-
Yuri Lowenthal.
Wait, Yuri Lowenthal's my favorite voice
I'm thinking,
actor.
what's the?
Is he gonna be there?
Oh man, that'd be great.
Don't you get my hopes up, boy.
No, we don't like your Erica Mendez's and your Bryce Pappin Flappins and your.
Oh, Bryce Pappin flapping.
Well, it's a lot of newer voice actors.
Hey, we know Bryce Pappin Flappin lifts, so
He does lift. Saw him in the gym. Me and Drew did.
you know he lifts.
Um,
It can't be all bad, or it could be all bad.
Bring it up real quick if you want.
What? What are we
I just feel like I'm so mixed on this year for Acen with my hype level.
I am too.
I'm down on it because
You
of
gotta watch the time.
no, I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm down on it because the last experiences that we've had, we always go and we try to do too much. Even last year when we said we weren't going to try to do too much, I think we really did. We really have to mean it this time.
We gotta pick and choose what we want to do.
We can't be rushing around everywhere. The only thing I really want to rush to get to and sit in line for is the rave. I mean, and we can take shifts if we need to. I'll sit there for a while. You can sit there for a while. Nate can sit there for a while. And then when it gets close, we can all just go jump in line. But we're not going to get in a soap bubble if we don't.
Oh, yeah,
You're
of course.
Complete. Well, that could be half of Saturday. Is us just waiting in
Oh,
line.
Jesus Christ.
And that's the day you want to.
Oh.
You especially.
I am
Yeah.
kind of excited. I kind of want to meet this guy, Patrick. I don't know how to say his last name.
Sites.
Yeah.
He's Frankie Gamagori and who was it?
Oh, he played.
And Loxus. So those are three voices that I really enjoy. He's also Kampachi.
Oh.
So
But at the same time, though, of being down on Acen and like thinking, we've gotta really try not to do too much. I'm also really excited because this is the biggest following we've ever had.
Yeah.
Uh,
this is gonna be awesome for us.
We have the majority of our following is
you.
in Chicago,
mm-hmm.
and I'm sure they will all be there because this is Acen, or at least 90% of them.
If you live in Chicago and you don't at least show up for Acen for a few hours,
and you're an otaku anime fan
well, yeah. I mean,
or general nerd.
no, you just what's the anime thing? Sure, let's show up. No, but like if you don't show up, then I'm kind of upset with you.
Well, you're free. Maybe you got.
Well,
maybe
yeah,
you gotta,
true.
Maybe you
if you
can
work,
afford
I
it.
mean,
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
can
if you're
afford
free, yeah,
Well, even if no,
and have the money.
well, okay. Yeah. Last thing I want to talk about with Acen though, before we kind of rushed through everything because we're trying to go through all the topics, but I really just want to mention the thing that really makes me mad about Acen more than anything else, and that has to do with the soap bubble, which is their rave.
I have a couple other things I want to talk about.
That's okay.
Short, one or two.
Okay, we
Go
only
on.
have 5 minutes left on this.
Okay, you're good.
The reason no one can get in the rave is because the soap bubble is known around Chicago now. So people go buy a Saturday badge only. Don't give an F about anime. Don't give an F about games. Nothing, and just go to the rave. And then us people who have been there all weekend who really support Acen and try to do all this stuff can't get in. And that is so aggravating to me. I remember the last time we were there were these girls talking about, I don't even watch anime. That stuff's for nerds. I'm just here for the party. That's literally something someone said to another person. And they were like, me too. Not playing. And I'm like, where am I right now? Like, Acen has turned, it's not, if you want...
Here, I'll let you do your thing.
If you want a celebration of anime and you want a celebration of your nerd culture, you're going to get it at Acen, but you're not going to get it as well as I think going to like a medium-sized con. If you want a party that's based around anime, like it has cosplayers and everything, but it is a party.
And a dope dealer room.
And a dope dealer's room, then go to Acen. I mean, that's really what it is.
If you're going to Acen expecting it to be like every other con where everybody is friendly and everybody's there just to have a good time, well, people aren't there.
They are there to have a good time.
But I mean, everybody's there just to escape from real life. Well, people are still doing that, but they're not as friendly about it.
You got places to go. There's no downtime at Acen unless you make it for yourself. Like, you will actually have to try to have downtime at Acen. Because anywhere you go to get away from the crowd, you're not going to get away. It's still going to be there.
Unless you go to your room.
Unless you go to your room. That's the only place you can escape.
Which, if you're on the top floor and you're taking an elevator, will take forever to get to.
But before we have to end the topic, something I do want to discuss is it should be a 4-day con by now.
Yeah, I don't understand why Acen's not a 4-day con.
I know you said something about how like
they already had it booked for the next few years, but they said they still didn't have really many plans to turn into a 4-day con.
They need to turn it into a 4-day con, and they've got other hotels around the area. Just rent one other hotel.
Well, they don't even need another hotel. What they need is to just expand what they use in the convention center.
Yes.
Yeah,
but maybe they don't have the money. We're not behind it, but even if they can't expand what they're using, which would be amazing, I don't understand why it's not a 4-day con.
It should. Like, you can't condense all 30 to 40,000 people con into 3 days. Not even.
I mean, they do, but
I mean, you can, but it's doable. But it's
just like, why are there smaller
rampant.
cons?
It's
why?
rampant, and it's almost like anarchy.
Yeah, why are there smaller cons that are 4-day cons? And then there's a con this big that's 3-day. I understand maybe tradition, keeping it how it's been for so long, but
just go.
It's time.
Just do a free day on Thursday, even.
Yeah, even if it was a free day where you have some stuff, it'll get some people come and get out of the way.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll have their fun.
That's what Yomicon does, and that's what I love. Like, it's a 4-day con, but the first day is free. You can't get into the dealer's room. You can go into a couple like the
game room, AMV room.
Yeah,
there's a couple panels.
But it's stuff to do. But you're at the hotel. You're there. Mm-hmm. You know, Acen, you couldn't do that, and they should do there's an opportunity there that is not being taken, and it should be.
I agree.
I just don't think they want to pay for it.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure that's what it is, but come on, they can afford it.
Well,
we don't.
The problem is,
surely they could afford one more day.
Well, the problem is at this point, the hotel and the convention center understand how much money they're making, and they're like, "Well, we want a little more now." That could happen.
Maybe we don't know that. I don't want to speculate
I
on that.
shouldn't talk so much smack because I don't know what their financial situation is, but it just all seems iffy to me.
I also just want bigger guests from Japan. They get a few, but why is Teco bringing in back on, but Acen doesn't, like, they don't have, like, something like that.
Yeah.
Where's One OK Rock?
There's One OK Rock. Where is LNC? Where is that other band?
Lots of different
Baby
bands.
Metal.
Baby Metal. Bring in Baby Metal. Well, maybe not. They're touring with, like, Rob Zombie.
Well, I mean...
Well, we're out of time on this
bands.
topic, guys. We're going to move on to the next topic. Let us know in the comments below what you think about Acen. I'm sure you're excited, and hopefully... you guys are seeing our reactions right now in the vlogs. Mm-hmm. Or the vlogs will be starting very soon at least. So you'll get to see if all our worry was for nothing or if it turned out great.
We're there and it's just a war zone.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
It was awful and we're just
you walk into like, here's your AK?
Oh, this is great. Acen's great. Alright, see you.
So, Dakota.
Yeah.
What is your topic?
My topic is...
Is this going to be your topic?
I guess this will be my
topic. It could be Nate's. It doesn't matter.
I have a strong opinion.
It's my topic now. So my topic is brought to you by you.
Brought to you by.
We're still
It's brought
early.
to you
We'll
by
bring
him.
our topics.
Yeah. Is ghosting at conventions.
So,
In general.
from my experience, ghosting at a con is where you take a sheet, cut out
No,
eye holes,
you're wrong.
put it on, and you walk around the con as a ghost.
Cosplay a ghost.
I'm gonna not say what I was thinking.
What do
What?
you think? He's a condom?
No. Put a white sheet on you and just cut holes in it.
Oh, like, okay. I know where this is going.
Jesus.
Okay, so...
Jesus.
So,
Cheez-Its and crackers.
I said Jesus.
I know, I'm just poking.
what is ghosting, guys? Nate? you wanna
Ghosting
explain it?
is going to a convention of any type, because I'm guessing every type of convention has this.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you don't pay to go, because you can walk around the whole convention
But some cons.
at some cons without having to pay to go to certain areas. It's just getting into certain rooms, like the rave, the dealer's room, and panels.
Yes.
You have to
Autographs.
have a badge. Yeah, autographs, stuff like that. To get, is the only way to get in. So people will walk around, like with our, we'll mention one that we've talked about, maybe ghosting before, is Comic-Con in downtown Indianapolis.
Which I almost ghosted this year until I realized there was literally nothing to do if you don't buy the badge. So I bought their overpriced badge. I bought your overpriced badge, Comic-Con, and let me tell you what, it wasn't worth the money. I shouldn't have even gone.
So, with Comic-Con, you can walk the whole con without a badge and get your cosplay music video, get your vlog recordings, do whatever you want. You can meet new people, but you can't go into any of the rooms that have anything to do with the anime. But there's other cons like Ramen Con, where the section of the convention or the hotel that the convention is taking place in, you need a badge to get into. Which I
So you
didn't-
could hang out in this whole hotel lobby, but you can't go anywhere else.
Right. So the first time we went to Ramen Con, I had no idea what ghosting was, which is why I was upset that they were badging us in weird places.
Yeah, because we didn't realize, I didn't know what that was either. We didn't realize that people were probably trying to ghost the con.
Right.
And they were trying to stop it.
But now I know it's such a big problem because we've known people that all they do is ghost cons.
Yeah, we won't
mention
drop
names.
anybody, but...
But I think it's wrong and okay at the same time. I think it's wrong if it's all you do, and if the reason you're doing it is because you think you deserve to go for free or something like that. But I think I think ghosting is overall wrong.
Yeah.
But
Do you need tissues, bro?
I do need a tissue.
Can you get him... just bring the tissue box over
Yeah.
here, bro. There are cons who have been trying
Thank
to
you.
cut down on ghosting. I know Shudokan is one of them.
I thought that would look cool on the camera.
Well,
You ruin it if you say you're playing. Shudokan is one of those cons that... Sorry, I don't have a trash can. Do you want to
I'll just
bring
hold
that
it in my
trash
hand.
can?
I'll hold it in my
Just
hand.
grab the white. Just go grab the white trash can.
I'll toss it over.
Shudokan is
Oh,
one of
God.
those cons that they rented out their entire venue, so nothing else is happening in there. And then the only way you can get in is if you have a badge.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
I like Shudokan now, and I've never been there mostly because the only reason I don't like Midwest is because there's something else going on.
Yeah, you know there's not going to be another con, but you also can't ghost it.
Same with something like Milwaukee. Like there's always, it seems like when you went and when I went, there was always something going on.
Yeah.
Pheasant Fest was that your first year in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Last year when we went, it was like that cheerleading competition that was going on.
Gymnastics.
Yeah, that's right. And then
This year...
I didn't mean to sound like that cheer gym.
Were you there?
last
Were you
year.
in Milwaukee this year? I can't remember who all was there.
I did not go to Milwaukee this year. I worked.
Was you-
Oh, I remember who was there. Me, Shelby, Drew, Xavier, and Megan.
Did it happen again, by the way? The alarm?
No.
Dang it.
See, everything good about Milwaukee didn't happen again.
Oh, that sucks.
Wait,
Um,
not even the clapping?
No.
That's what I was talking about.
I forgot. You said that didn't happen.
Yeah, the annual clapping and screaming.
Oh, that's
We tried to stick around the hotel on Saturday night, so we would have seen it.
Oh man, I remember being so hyped. Not talking about Milwaukee. We're talking about Acen. Or no, we're not. We're talking about
Milwaukee.
ghosting.
We're talking about ghosting. The reason that this was a good topic that we thought we might want to talk about is because a lot of people ghost Acen. And it's totally doable.
Very easy. You can get lost in the crowd.
A lot of the con takes place in just their hotel section, which you really don't need a badge.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I don't even think you need a badge to go into the convention center. It's just getting to certain rooms.
To get into the dealer room.
I can't remember if they had any areas blocked off or not.
I
know to get in the dealer's room you need it.
Yeah, to get in the dealer's room you needed it, and then, like, they had the panel rooms that were in the convention center also. You needed a badge to get in. Which reminds me, last time we went to Acen, on Friday they were setting up for something. This popped in my head.
You're thinking of Anime Midwest, aren't you? Or Con of Elite.
Did Anime Midwest add convention center panel rooms?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, well then I think it was in Midwest.
I think you're thinking of Midwest.
I think they were setting up a wedding party.
Yeah, I think that was Midwest.
Yeah, I remember that.
So when it comes to ghosting for me, personally, I have gone all over the board on this. I've thought, I went from ghosting is wrong. Why would you ghost to ghosting is okay in certain situations to, I mean, those are really the only two. I'm thinking, what else have I been on there? But this is where I finally fall after, I don't know how many cons I've been to. I'm between 30 and 35, I think. So I've been to more cons than my age, which is fun.
Same.
But I finally fell on the side of if the con... Ghosting overall is wrong. That's where I fell. You shouldn't do it because... Especially for all 3 days. Because you need to show support for the convention. Even though you may not be using the dealer's room or the panels, you may not be sneaking into anything, because some people will ghost and still sneak into stuff. That's definitely wrong. Even if you're not sneaking into anything or anything like that, you're just hanging around the public areas, there would not be other cosplayers or other people there if the con wasn't happening. So you need to show them support. Like, If they don't make the money that they need, they can't do it again. And even if that means buying a badge for one day and then ghosting the other two, I'm not saying that you should do that, but if you don't have the money, you should at least try to do that. Buy a badge for the cheapest day. I mean, try to give them something because they're doing you a major service.
Now, we've heard of people, again, not mentioning their names, that they bought one badge and then would, like, trade to go do certain things.
I don't really like that either.
That upsets me more, honestly.
I don't consider that ghosting. I consider that robbing.
Yeah.
Or stealing from the con.
Nate, you brought up something earlier. You said people that think they don't deserve... They think they deserve
to go for free. Yes.
Well, that's a whole nother topic. Is these people who think that they're like cos famous, or they think that they're so popular that they shouldn't have to pay for cons.
Right.
Which happens. I mean, it could happen to videographers. Like, we get so many press badges that...
But there are people who will go on and, like, complain and be like, I'm not getting it for free. I'm boycotting this con.
Yeah.
Whereas you'll apply for the badge. You'll get denied. Sucks. Oh, well, I'll pay the fee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't get accepted, you're just not there yet.
You just
accept
SOL,
that.
dude. You just SOL. Pay the fee like everybody else.
Yeah. If you're not doing the con a service... Like, if you're not doing video for them, if you're not a guest, if you're not an artist, if you're not putting on panels for the con, why do you deserve to get in free? And some people think it's because, I'm such a big name, I'm bringing people there. I don't believe that for a second. No. I don't believe that for half a second. So you need to pay, you shouldn't ghost. And another thing is, I think, if you're gonna ghost, the only way I would ever ghost a con, ever, is it would have to be one day. And it'd have to be because I just want to make a music video. And it would also have to be a con that is like a Comic-Con. And why do I think Comic-Cons are different than anime cons when it comes to ghosting is because, and this isn't for all of them all across the board on either side, but Comic-Cons...
We're going to do a whole topic another day on Comic-Cons versus anime cons. Probably not today, though.
But this is just a little tidbit about it.
Through it a little.
A lot of Comic-Cons are... all for profit. So everything they're doing, it costs a lot of money. You can't do anything because they're trying to turn a profit, which is great. And that's like the goal, is to turn a profit. A lot of anime cons, not all of them, are non-for-profit. So they're just trying to, I mean, maybe they'll make a little bit, to put in for their time, but they're not like making bank. They might make a lot of money, but most of it goes toward paying for the hotel for next year, paying for guests, paying for like food, paying for all the different things, paying the hotel to get room blocks.
Generally, if you say something like, if you're going to pay for, like, say, an autograph, you're going to probably pay for that at a Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we'll give you an example.
But then there's, just one moment, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But then there's times where you go to anime cons, and sometimes you get a guest, I'm not going to name names, who is a little douchey. You know who I'm talking about, I'm sure.
Yes, it's only happened to us once.
Was it the thing you were going to bring up too?
No, this is different.
But who comes in and no warning is like, oh, that'll be $10. Well, I don't have $10 cash right now.
But the thing is, a lot of anime cons will tell guests you are not allowed to charge for autographs or pictures. This isn't every con. Obviously.
Maybe this particular con, you were allowed to, I think it was Midwest.
Yeah,
One
it
year.
was. It was the first year.
That's right.
Well, I'll give an example. We went, the first year we all went to Midwest, Todd Happcorn was there, and we got to meet him, get his autograph for free, and all that junk. Then a few years later, we went to Indie Comic Con, and to meet Todd Happcorn and get his autograph was like $20.
Because, and I asked, or somebody talked, maybe it wasn't me. Somebody talked to one of the guests, and they said that they're not charging. That the con is charging. Like, the guest
I know.
isn't...
The guests,
the guests aren't making the money off of it. Maybe they make some kind of little percentage. I don't know.
I'm
but
sure they do.
Surely they do. But the con is the one making the prices.
Yeah.
At least for the cons we went to.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I knew it wasn't Todd.
This is why we need to save this. We're getting too deep into this topic.
Yeah,
You know?
but that's all I'm trying to say is about the money. There's non-for-profit cons, which are still making a profit, don't get me wrong, but the large majority of it goes back into expanding the con in future years. And then there's for-profit cons where the con's pretty much the same every year, but their goal is to keep it growing, like keep more people going so they can make more money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to call out which cons are doing what, and like I said, Comic-Cons are typically more for profit. Anime cons are typically more non-for-profit, but that's not always the case. That's not 100%.
And we're not trying to say all Comic Cons suck or whatever.
No, I'm just saying this is
We're pointing
typical.
out differences in the way they do their pricing.
For the
Billing.
reason of, if you're gonna ghost, I'm not saying ghost to Comic-Con, but if you just have to ghost a con, like you're just dying to do it, it's probably better to do it at a big Comic-Con than at a little anime con, especially a little anime con. The bigger the con gets, I think while I think ghosting's wrong altogether, I think if you have to do it at a bigger con. Don't do it at small cons. The small cons really need your help, or they could be shut down next year.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, some of these are just getting by.
Think of cons like Evil Con.
What kind of con was Dash Con?
That was a Tumblr convention.
Tumblr convention.
Do you mean like what size?
No, like what kind of convention? Comic Con,
What?
anime.
Didn't 4,000 people go to that?
I don't know.
Still?
That's
To
bigger than
DashCon.
OMG Con.
To DashCon, all I know, and then they held them hostage.
Yeah.
Not really. We're not gonna get into DashCon.
I was just wondering because I couldn't remember.
Maybe another day.
Do you have anything you want to say about ghosting, Dakota? I think me and Nate
It's all
definitely gave our...
really been said. There's nothing more to
Yeah.
say about it. It's just I've never done it. I considered doing it for the Comic Con this year.
Same.
That's the only con.
I went with intentions to do it, and I didn't do it. It's so tough for me to do it.
See, I've never even really considered ghosting because when I go, I know I like to window shop, and I know I'm gonna want to do the dealer's room, and I can only do like an hour. And if I'm gonna go to a con and spend gas money, I'm gonna spend a little extra money to do this thing.
Enjoy it a little more.
Enjoy a little more and get the behind the scenes and.
Well, because think of it this way: if we say we ghosted Midwest the year,
It was just us three.
and Team 4-Star was there, we would have missed that panel, the greatest
that
panel
was
of all
one
time.
That was one of the best panels I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, but
I love that panel.
I don't know. There's just multiple reasons not to ghost a con, I think. But I feel like the biggest one is to show support for your con.
I agree.
You need to let them know. And it also throws their numbers off
Mhm.
if you ghost, because they try to add up and say how many people have been there, which will put them in a large con, small con, or medium-sized con bracket. And who knows? There may have been tons more people there than what they know because so many people ghosted.
That's right. They say 30 to 40,000, but it could probably, with people ghosting, it could be upwards close to 50.
Yeah, Acen could be 40 to 50,000 considering how many people ghosted.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but it could be.
Yeah, this is
Now that amount is is each day added together, right? So they're counting the same people twice sometimes?
No.
That's each
No?
day.
No. This is there's two different types of that ways that cons consider how many people they have, and one of them trusts better than the other. Turnstile is one way, and one is just straight up ticket sales. Turnstile is they count each person 3 times. So if you went 3 days, you got counted 3 times. It's how many times you walked into the convention, so 3 days. If it's ticket sales, which is what Acen does, I'm pretty sure. If they didn't, I'd imagine their numbers would be way higher. Then it's just 1 ticket sold, that's 1 person. Even if it's for 3 days.
Interesting.
I don't trust the turnstile numbers very much. I
wonder
just go
if-
off of my instinct when they have turnstile numbers.
So is the turnstile, that's what Acen does?
No.
No.
Or at least I don't think so. I really don't know, but if they do, I'd be surprised because it feels like there's
30 to 40,000. Yeah. I can believe that because I think the turnstile is what a lot of smaller cons do because they want to.
They do to make their numbers look higher.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, we had 5,000 people, but they really had 2,000 people.
But they counted 3 times. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, to make their con not look so small to try to get more people to come in. And it really doesn't matter that bad. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But when you go to start ranking, like, which con's the biggest, that sort of thing, it gets a little tough there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Dude, if you get me sick, my throat's starting to itch.
It wouldn't have happened this fast.
I'm getting in my head. I hope I got some Lysol or something.
Dude,
I'm
no,
gonna spray this
don't think
room.
you're sick. Remember what you told me. If you can convince yourself you have a cold.
You can, and I'm not going to, but I'm going to still spray the F out of this room, and I'm throwing that trash can away, and
I
I'm
will
getting a
take the
new
trash.
box of tissues. You can have that
You
box
throw
of
the
tissues.
whole trash can away?
You can have this mic.
Okay.
He didn't even touch it.
All right, let's get to the next topic.
What is the next topic?
I don't know.
Oh. Warning.
Nate, put the phone away, please.
No.
It's going.
It's podcast time. It is not phone time.
It is
phone.
phone.
See the phone? It's going
Nate,
right there. It's
what
the end of the
is-
show. I'm not checking time.
What is what?
You done?
Okay.
Nate, what's your topic? We just talked about this. What?
Your camera was making a noise. It was like,
Yeah, it's the lens.
oh.
No one will hear it. The mic's over here.
Well, I heard it. I thought something was wrong. Anyway.
Oh, no!
What are we talking about?
Shoot it!
Wait, what was the topic?
Anime, our favorite anime, and what it means to us.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Nate, was that your topic?
No, it was his.
Well, technically
It was
it's
your topic,
but it came from my brain, so I guess I'll explain it. So lately, anytime I've been watching, I've rewatched a couple shows of my favorites in the recent past. I rewatched Gurren Lagann about a month ago.
Gurren Lagann!
Gurren Lagann! And then I rewatched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I thought we were talking about anime.
No, come on.
I'm just saying, bro.
No.
Was it made in Japan?
No.
I just made so many people really upset. I mean, a lot of people hate me just now. I'm just playing with you guys. If you think it's anime, then it's anime to you.
Yeah.
But,
That's how I think King of the Hill is anime.
yeah, I mean, it's an adult animated show.
Nate, got you, man. It's a joke. I don't really think that.
Family Guy, greatest family anime ever.
I think the joke's funnier with the King of the Hill.
It is.
Damn it, Bobby. I'll tell you what.
Propane.
But no, and I've been rewatching these shows, and I keep thinking to myself how much these shows really mean to me. Especially Avatar, The Last Airbender. Because, yeah, Gurren Lagann is my favorite anime of all time, but Avatar is always going to hold a special spot in my heart because it was the first real anime thing that I got really into as a kid, and I have literally probably hundreds and hundreds of memories of just watching it and enjoying it. And then all my friends in high school, we all got together and would have parties and just watch Avatar. I know it sounds lame, but it was great. You weren't there.
You do realize what our audience is. They probably thought that was the greatest thing.
Oh yeah,
ever.
it was awesome. But just because and stuff like that holds a memory to me, like because I am a big fan of TV and movie, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that always will hold a memory, like really special spot in my heart. Because I got the same with a bunch of Disney movies. I watched Disney movies on VHS, and it brought back tons of memories of sitting at my grandma's house and watching Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
For the
I've never seen it.
I mean, for the 14th time.
Am I not missing much?
No, it's a great movie.
Oh, okay.
Every movie's great to go to, though.
That's true. I'm a big fan of most movies.
Then why won't you go see the new Huntsman movie, man?
Well, I just had heard
Since when? Can I just ask you this? Since when do you listen to movie reviews that hard?
Well,
I thought you were one of the people who wanted to make your own opinion.
Here's my thing. I did want to see it, and I still do. But there are so many movies coming out this year.
Did you see Ratchet?
I haven't because, again...
It bombed, man.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't great. But
I want to see it still.
I still want to see it, but I'm having to pick and choose. The next one I'm going to see is X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, that comes out in, what?
That comes out in, like...
8 days.
Heard it's not great. Early reviews coming out.
Mm-hmm. But I've liked all the X-Men movies so far.
I don't listen to reviews. Whoa, everyone just freaked out. This channel's literally called Convention Reviews. I don't listen to movie reviews. I listen to reviews on everything else.
Yeah.
Because I feel like movie reviews,
you honestly, his reviews, I'm not saying don't watch them, but... You know, if you disagree with, like, say he gives the con a 7, and you're like, no, that con was an 11.
I don't give 11s.
Well, yeah, but they were like, it's an 11. That's how great it was. Screw you.
Well, they're not a true critic. You can't give 11s.
That's true.
I felt like doing it before.
Unless your bracket is, like, out of 11. Maybe on your particular website.
It's like a 20 or like a 15.
No, it's out of, like, 72.
72.
Yeah,
I rank my cons from 0 to 72.
72 is such a great number.
I meant to say 77 and 72 when it came out.
72, man. That's my favorite number, man.
My lucky number.
That's like 20, 70, 12.
So, what do you got for us? What's your favorite anime, and what is...
All right, now my favorite...
What does it mean to you?
All right, my favorite anime of all time. Gurren Lagann. Now... Similar to what I said about Avatar with all my friends getting into it, that was, we'll say, sophomore to junior. Or junior to first year.
Gurren Lagann was the same thing, though.
Well, Gurren Lagann was... See, Avatar for all my friends was junior, senior high school. For those of you that don't know, I went an extra half of a year of high school because I needed credits. I was a super senior. I don't shame it.
You used to not like it.
I don't really care. I'm who I am. High school doesn't matter.
All you kids in high school, those are like the... Don't go to your parents and be like, I'm not going to high school anymore because ACR said it doesn't matter.
Okay, hear me out.
It really doesn't.
Hear me out. The classes matter. Try.
Yeah,
but
really
the
try.
social aspect of high school, other than the friends you make...
You think high school is a topic we should do. We talked about high school on another show we did, didn't we?
Now's the perfect time to talk about it.
I think we could just go more in-depth in it because it's just us three and there's not like overcrowding. But
there was overcrowding on that episode.
And I don't think we need to have like topics around high school. I think we need to just have a topic just high school.
That might be
just know, guys, that high school is... You think it's a big deal. You're like, oh, friends are so important. Oh... The social crap is so important.
Well, friends
oh my
aren't
god.
Friends aren't.
Do you know who the only person I still talk to from my high school is? Dakota.
Hey, what's up?
The only person I really talk to from my high school is Zach.
Well, Xavier. You mean your class?
Yeah, from my class. Or like that I hung out with. I didn't hang out with Xavier in school. We did stuff like outside.
Okay, so of the group you hung out with.
Yeah, the people I hung out with in school and stuff, like you're literally it.
You could hang out with
Stuff
Taylor,
just
but he's
happens.
in Texas.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, life happens, guys. This topic's not about high school, but just don't stress about it, guys.
So anyway, Gurren Lagann happened during my senior year, and that's when all my friends got into that. Mm-hmm. And I
saw it first, and then I was like, dude, you need to watch this.
You rewatched it like 2 weeks later with me.
Yeah, because you had just finished FMA, and you were like, this is the best anime ever, and I was like,
I got a show for you!
Yeah, I was like, you're not going to believe me when I say this, but I think I have a better one.
And I was like, no. And this, I was still just coming out of my anime show.
I think Gurren Lagann is what...
That's what
pushed you straight into anime.
FMA had me like at the glass, and then like and then Gurren just... But... What
busted through the roof?
Yeah, that's right.
Started at the bottom, down here.
The condom broke.
Oh god, that's a terrible analogy.
And gave birth to an amazing time with my friends. See?
Okay.
No. No, it brought
wear protection, kids.
It brought all of us together.
High school is going to become real important if you knock somebody up.
Try not to do that.
Not try. Just
anyway,
don't.
It brought us all together.
And when I think of Gurren Lagann, one, the show is just perfect. It's not because of the memories.
You effing Gurren Lagann fanboys. The show's perfect.
It really is, though. Well, it's perfect to me.
I'm playing devil's advocate, just so you know. I love Gurren Lagann.
I love it too.
It's the perfect. I'll wrap up here in a second. It's the perfect show for me. There's not a single thing I don't like about it. Well, there's a few episodes.
I think the first few are really slow.
They're slow, but I mean they're good.
I think after the big thing that happens in episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness.
I think that, and then after a couple, like 2 or 3 episodes after that, when what's his douche really I'm trying not to spoil, comes into himself.
Mm-hmm.
Every single episode after that, I think, is good.
That's why I say it's perfect, because those episodes are good. Those episodes aren't perfect, but like they're surrounded by so much good things going on, like so many great characters.
There's just so much manliness about it.
It's just the manliest show. No, that's JoJo.
Mm-hmm. But before JoJo, it was the manliest show.
Yeah, it was. And I've rewatched it recently, like I said, and it just made me just realize how much I appreciate everything that I did in my past, and how I'm getting a lot. I'm getting a lot from Gurren Lagann, I know, but it's just a show that will always be in my heart.
The thing about Gurren Lagann is that people a lot of times say that it did in 27 episodes what One Piece took 700 to do.
And it's not even finished.
Yeah, which is just like what it would make, not necessarily story wise, but what it makes you feel.
Oh my god, it does. Now that I think about it, like now that I'm at where I'm at.
Yeah, it makes you
One
feel
Piece.
so much. I definitely appreciate Gurren Lagann a lot, no doubt.
No, now that was my favorite. Is Gurren your favorite? Or do you have a question?
I have a question for you. Do you have any others that you wanted to mention? Or?
I need to rewatch FMA. I'm sure.
Brotherhood.
I'm sure, and I'm gonna go through and probably rewatch.
What happened to Baccano?
Baccano? What do you mean?
I thought that was in your top.
Oh, it's still there, but it's so.
It's just not the top.
It's still fresh to me, so it's not as nostalgic. I'm getting.
I've
been real nostalgic lately, so I'll probably go back and watch Star Driver again.
Where's Dragon Ball fall? I mean, it's a little different though.
Dragon Ball.
I don't think of Dragon Ball when I think of like anime.
Dragon Ball. I don't remember the show so much as I remember hanging out with you up in the room.
You almost need to watch it again because which is a big commitment, but maybe not.
Because I know me, I was talking.
You were talking through most of it,
but you didn't try to shut me up. You continue.
Well, I'd seen it like 10 times.
Yeah, so you were just jattering away, but I shut up during some of the important parts.
See,
Gurren. Just to answer your question before I let Nate go, sorry. Gurren is it fights for being my favorite anime of finished anime.
I assume Erased is the other one.
Oh shoot, dude! Now you got me. You got
thoughts
fresh. Going through my head.
I'm not thinking of One Piece because
I got 3 that I'm gonna mention, and I'll talk mostly about one, but I want 3 that I want to mention. Do you want to go ahead and go, Nate?
Are we talking what anime do we like the most, or are we talking about what anime influenced our lives the most?
It can be whatever. It can be both of those.
Whichever you want to talk about.
Because honestly, even though it's not really that amazing of an anime, Dragon Ball Z is what influenced my life the most when it comes to what anime I like and what got me into anime.
It's the show that pursued you to start flying.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
every
pushed
day.
You forward. Now you fly to work.
Hold up.
Did
you say that Dragon Ball is not a great show?
It's not it's compared to some.
Are you gonna play Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Did you see
I don't know. I never beat one because it's so damn hard.
Who cares if you beat it?
I haven't seen.
It's a Dragon Ball game.
I haven't seen the trailer yet. No.
I didn't get every character in Budokai Tenkaichi 2, so that's why I never went to 3.
Well, no, I never beat the storyline.
Who cares?
There's a story.
It's a Dragon Ball game.
Okay, as I was saying, because out of every anime I watched as a kid, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z, all those, and Inuyasha, all those ones that were on Adult Swim and Toonami and stuff, Dragon Ball Z is the one that stuck around for me. 2 years later, Dragon Ball Z has been off the air for 2 years, and Toonami or Adult Swim brings it back just for the hell of it. Hey, guess what? Dragon Ball Z's on. I know every freaking episode by heart, but why the hell not? Let's watch it again. Watching it with my brothers every single Saturday when it came on at noon or whatever.
There's a topic. Sorry. How we like to receive our anime. TV, internet.
Oh.
Okay, go on. I'm going to write it down.
It's been the anime that has stuck with me, and to this day, I will watch the Frieza fight for the 10 billionth time. Because, hell yes.
All 5 minutes of it?
Yes. All 500 minutes of it.
I see where you're coming from on that one.
But it's not my favorite anime of all time.
I see where you're coming from because there are so I still go back sometimes and I'll watch. Usually this is with an AMV. For me, that's how I get the feels. But I'll go and watch Vegeta's sacrifice. That's still my favorite moment in the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really think about it, like I've seen Facebook posts about this, Dragon Ball Z does teach you a lot of things. Like Goku never taught me to never quit. Vegeta taught me that pride isn't everything, because eventually it turns into that.
Let's go with pride.
Yeah.
But you guys aren't true fans, though, because you're not caught up on Dragon Ball Super.
That's because I didn't want to just watch it week by week. I wanted to...
I feel that.
I wanna
Also,
watch
just
a
skip
bunch
to
of it.
episode 30.
I'm going to watch a bunch of it at
Could
once.
I do that too?
Yeah, skip to episode 30.
It's the movies are the first 30 episodes.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
and there's like a couple different things that happen, but it's not a big enough deal.
Heard the animation sucked in Super.
It did not.
Dude, Giga even talked about it.
But-
He was like, look at this. And I was like, oh.
And episode 5, because they drew it fast. This is the thing. I don't want to get back into Dragon Ball, but go back and rewatch the original Dragon Ball. Tell me that there's episodes where that art isn't straight Dookie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, Goku's sacrifice at Cell, spoilers.
He looks weird as F.
When he's turned, his head is like the size of like a grape, and his
Yeah.
body is like
That's
rolly.
why I feel like everyone's been spoiled by how anime looks today. They literally just made Dragon Ball look how it's always looked.
It
And everyone wants to complain.
It's
And then
really crappy.
they want to put a picture of Goku in episode 5 looking all weird next to one of the moments in Dragon Ball Z where he looks super epic and is drawn really well. Okay.
But he was also standing still in that shot. In this shot, he was like moving around.
No, dude. I've looked up comparisons to original Dragon Ball Z. There's plenty of moving around shots where they look weird as balls.
No. I meant that particular shot.
No, yeah,
That
but
meme that you
people are complaining, and go back and watch Dragon Ball. It's always been this way.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I know.
We're
Yeah.
spoiled by good anime nowadays.
But
That's the problem.
Before you go on, I
Yeah.
probably will rewatch Dragon Ball someday. Just not right now.
And then it's super.
one day when my children are
I'll probably watch Super.
in their 20s and they're like, Dad, what's Dragon Ball Z? Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Did you want to say what your actual favorite is?
So
So-
it's the one that's or I'll go on. Yeah, you're right.
So animes that are probably like my number one and I think have a great meaning to them.
Now let's keep it short since we're a little pressed for time.
Right.
Let's keep it at don't do your long anime, short.
Oh, yeah,
anime.
But I'm just trying to think of anime that
do your
meant a lot to me in like a story sense, as in the storyline hit home. Anohana is one of them that hit home. I mean, it makes you realize how precious some things are in life.
I got another one after you.
I think even though it's not a complete one yet,
Charlotte?
Charlotte's good. Yeah, I think No Game No Life taught me that there's no one that's insignificant. You can make something out of anything. Is something I think No Game No Life has taught me, and I can't really think of it. There's so many animes I've seen, it's hard to pick them out one by one. Erased is there, Parasite's there. I mean, it's just impossible.
Tokyo Ghoul told me that anything that is great will probably be ruined eventually.
Oh, and One Piece. It's that one. I know you're probably gonna mention One Piece,
Yeah.
but damn One Piece.
Anything else that you wanted to say? You said you had something.
I'll wait till you do yours. You have a
Okay. I have a few anime.
All right. Let me unstrap
My
these belts.
number one anime of all time, Lost.
What?
Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Okay.
I mean, I guess.
No. I go back and forth. It's really hard for me. I always end up going to One Piece, and I'll talk about One Piece in a minute. But the ones that try to drag me away from One Piece are, honestly, Naruto tries to drag me from One Piece. How it's become now. If it wasn't for those effing fillers, Naruto would be
Is it on a filler? Right
incredible.
It's
I think
just-
it's just going off.
Just
of it.
going off the pillar.
But it's just insane that the show's not ended yet. I don't understand why they're dragging it out like that. So I've got some problems with Naruto, but it is a great story, and it is animated so well. The music is so well done. And it really does teach you, like, to never give up. Like, it really is an inspirational story. But the other ones that drag me away from One Piece are Erased, like you mentioned. Erased is an incredible show, which came out last season. And if you guys have not seen it yet, which a lot of you probably haven't because it's so new.
That's another one, like I was saying, is for me.
Too fresh.
There's nothing. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10.
There's
and then,
not a single episode that's not important. There's not a single episode that doesn't connect to another. It's just brilliant. And
I have
really-
another show, though, that's also a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
That pulls me away, and that is, I think I'm the only one that's watched all the way through. I think you watched some of it.
What's it called? From the New World?
From the New World. Shinsekai Iori. That
I should
show,
probably just sit down and finish it. I'm only 7 episodes away.
that
I
show's a
should
10 out of
start
10.
it.
It's a 10 out of 10.
And you haven't even finished it.
No, I finished
He
it.
finished.
You finally
I
finished
haven't.
it?
Yeah, I did a review of it and everything. You didn't watch it?
No,
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
didn't
been-
see it posted.
I watched it. It's been a long. I didn't watch all the way through because spoilers.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
I didn't really spoil anything.
Oh well, I didn't want anything spoiled. I didn't know if you were going.
I
to
gave it a
that.
10 out of 10.
Sweet.
It's just incredible. The music is so well done. The art is
Oh, the music makes it.
great. The art is beautiful. And you first start that show and you don't think it's going to look as good as it does. Like you think this art's a little basic. It's a little flat.
But it
By the
fits.
end, yeah.
I
And
think-
it's such a story. The story just hits you. Like you don't see it coming. There's so many twists. But the thing about it is, when it comes to a show meaning something to me, that show doesn't really mean a lot to me. Yeah, I think it's a perfect
It will
anime.
in a few years.
Maybe. But it didn't really teach me any like lessons. It really didn't. I took so long to watch it. It's not like I had friends watching it at the time. I watched it over a few months. Like I didn't even go quick through it.
It was that.
I don't remember what I was doing during it, and
I think the overall moral even from that one is just do the right thing would probably be the moral.
No.
for Shinsekai Yori?
Oh, I was thinking for.
Oh, Erased?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe for Erased, or like never give up in Erased.
Yeah.
But from the New World,
I don't know what the moral
It's
is.
don't trust the establishment.
Yeah, it's don't trust the government. Don't trust
Oh, really?
the people
Yeah.
who are
Yeah, that-
what you're being told.
I think that is the theme of Erased. You know, no matter how bleak things get, don't give up because there's light at the end of the tunnel.
But then there's my favorite show, which really has affected me, and that's One Piece. There's no doubt about it. I
Now,
mean,
this is your favorite, not only anime but show, I assume.
yeah, in general, show. I mean, Lost is actually up there if we want to be serious, like with just shows. Lost is definitely up there, but I think One Piece is better than Lost. One Piece is just, it's so well written. Oda has done just an incredible job. Like, I would love to ask him, like, when did he know what the ending was? Like, I feel like it was probably immediately.
He
knew
thought
what
of the
was.
ending first when he was like 8, and he was like, that sounds
A
cool.
lot of writers
Yeah.
actually do that.
That's what you want to do.
First.
You don't know where you're going. Like, if you don't know where you're going, you can't get there.
Right.
That's one of the original writing tricks is to know
Have
your
you
ending first. But
Caught up yet to where I'm at?
no, I've been busy, but I'm not that far behind.
Okay.
So yeah, you and Chris are both further than me. He passed me too. But
I'm all caught up.
okay, yeah, I think he is too.
Yeah.
But One Piece it's not only is it great, it really does. There's a lot of lessons that come out of One
Oh,
Piece.
yeah.
Like really, Luffy, he's literally Drake, man. He started from the bottom, now he's here. I'm just playing with you. But really though, he did start from nothing. Like he's just this dude in this town who liked pirates, and like he's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And One Piece shows me like, I know it's just a show, but it really to me it's like, if you want to do something, just go and do it. And even further than that, One Piece is so much about friendship. Like it really shows what like your crew, your friends, your nakama, like that it's important what that really means, and like because they're so close, and just that even when things are bleak and dim, you have to have a good time, like have a good attitude. Because One Piece is always so happy, even when things are bad. It's so happy, and I don't know, and it just also makes me think of Friends, like in general, like who I've
That's a
watched
great show.
One Piece with. Friends is a great show. That's probably actually my top.
I've joined. I'm on board.
Finally.
I'm on the Friends.
Took long enough, but it reminds me like One Piece reminds me a lot of my little brother because I started watching One Piece with him, and so a lot of times when I watch One Piece, the first person that I want to talk to about it is Chris, because we started it years and years and years ago at this point, and One Piece also just means a lot to me because it's probably going to be with me for a long time. It's not going to end for a while, so for me, it's definitely One Piece.
I got one more. I got two more things actually. The first one is we're talking about Were you done? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Is another anime. This isn't so much an anime as it is an anime movie, and that is Wolf Children.
Oh,
I knew you were gonna say
gosh,
that.
I forgot.
That's
a perfect
that
anime
is
movie.
in my top 20, not just anime movies, but top 20 movies.
Movies.
You gotta see The Boy and the Beast, man.
I've heard mixed things.
Have you seen it?
I want to see it. I still really want to see it. I've heard mixed things, so I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I'm sure it will be. The animation looks beautiful.
If all it was about was animation, then
No, yeah,
what's that show that they like on Pod Talkie?
Oh,
We'd watch that all the time.
yeah. But the studio that makes those movies, first of all, they made Girl Who Leapt Through Time. They made the Digimon movie, Summer Wars. But then they made this gem called Wolf Children. Now, first off, wolves are my favorite animal on the planet. So this obviously has me hooked. So, I pop it in, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, wow, this is really beautiful, and this is like kind of a fun love story, and then something happens, and then it's about growing up, and it's really about these werewolf kids, but it's more just about growing up, coming into your own. It's one of those kind of stories, but they do it in such a beautiful and intricate way where the writing is so good and the animation is great and the music is great and the relationship between the siblings and the parents is great. And I could talk it up for hours and hours. I just love that movie.
There's a few different meanings with it because it depends on where you are in your life. If you're a teenager, I think if you're a teenager, you connect with children more, but
if you're a mom and you watch this show, you're going to connect with the mom in the show. If you're,
Well, one of the things about that show was it was a little weird on it had a mixed meaning in one part. It was take hold of who you are, and then another side of it was but also hide it. And I don't want to spoil, but things happen where one of them accepts for who they are and one hides it a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's just I feel like it's just it's literally a story about life.
It's just a big movie about life wrapped around werewolves.
To give it that anime twist.
Now, and I've gone and reviewed it. Obviously, it just means a lot to me. So I'll end it there. But if you haven't seen Wolf Children, check it out. It's great. The final thing I wanted to say is I was thinking... do you have something else to say?
I thought of two I wanted to give a shout out to. But...
Okay. Go ahead and do your shout out.
Are you sure?
Is it going to take a minute?
I don't know. Just finish up. We don't have much time left. So.
Well, I was just going to say maybe we go around and say what anime in general means to us, or do we want to have that as a separate topic?
I think that's another topic.
Another topic? Okay, we'll write that one down.
I wanted to give a shout out really quick. I don't know if either of you guys have ever even seen these movies. They might not even be up your alley at all. But ones that I think are really good and really worth watching if you're in this type of thing is the Matrix trilogy. A lot of people don't like the last two, but
wait, were you?
They're idiots. No, the Matrix is not.
You got so I thought you were joking, and then you kept going. I was like, oh, whoa, was I right?
I'm talking about 5 centimeters per second and Garden of Words. I don't know if you guys have ever even seen these.
Is that the one heard that's Garden animated? That it's so pretty, it almost looks.
It looks
CG.
Real. It looks real.
Yeah.
Garden of Words is.
You reviewed that a long time ago on a
I did.
channel. Mm-hmm. And what'd you give it?
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
You gave Girl Who Let Through Time at 10.
Yeah, probably deserved a 9. I'm going back and thinking about it.
A little slow in some parts.
Yeah, but Garden of Words and 5 centimeters per second. This director who does this, it's really well done. I mean, literally just look up a picture of Garden of Words. I think he's got a new movie coming out. It just got announced this year. I'm pretty sure. And you'll be blown away with how it looks. And I'm pretty sure it's all hand drawn. And they're just really good movies that I could see. They don't necessarily mean a ton to me because they aren't personally something in my situation, but I bring them up because there's something that I think to certain people out there could mean a lot to you. So if you're looking for that anime for you, it's something to check out. They're both movies, and I think both of them are less than an hour. So
yeah.
Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
This is just a screenshot.
Oh,
yeah, that's a screenshot of it.
I did see.
This is the water.
Mm-hmm.
I'd show you, but it'd look real crappy.
I've been wanting to know what this was because I saw some pictures of it. I'm like, what is this?
Garden of Words. It's pretty much about this high school dude who falls in love with his teacher that he sees every day.
I got that
park.
gist from it.
He's like a shoemaker. So if you've got a foot fetish, which, I mean, that's not my thing, but I still like the movie. But if you do have a foot fetish, you'll probably find even something else out of this movie. I mean, it's not a foot fetish movie, but there is a whole scene based around him tracing her feet and all this stuff. So, but it's really a love story and him connecting with this woman.
You probably could have not mentioned the foot thing and people would have been all right.
No, it's a big thing.
It is a big part of it.
Yeah, it's a big part of the movie. If it wasn't a big part, I wouldn't have mentioned it. But it's it's literally their connection is feet. But it's not as weird as it sounds, I swear to God. I swear to God it's worth watching.
So, from the scenes I saw, because the reason I saw it and wanted to find out what it was I saw scenes from it from an mixed AMV I saw. And it looks like their connection is she needs shoes and he makes them.
I mean...
That's kind of what it looks like.
It's not really, but kinda.
She's like, I need shoes.
He wants to be a shoemaker and she's like... it's just really cool. Like, he doesn't even know her name, and she doesn't know his. They only see each other on rainy days because they both skip at the same time. He doesn't know. Oh, I kind of spoiled that she's a teacher, but he's not supposed to know that. You're not supposed to know that she's like, a teacher. And, like,
I figured that out.
I think she has some kind of relation, like, actually, like, is dating her brother's best friend or something like that. And it just all, like, boils up into this big, like, climax at the end, and it's really good.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're running out of time, so we're gonna wrap this up,
Real
guys.
quick, how was Cherry Blossom Festival?
It was great.
Awesome.
I can tell you guys more about it afterwards, but if you want to.
Right.
But guys, we'll see you in the next episode.
I watched your video.
Leave topics, and leave questions because we normally want a fourth topic. We did 3 topics today. We're normally gonna do 4. The fourth one will be answering your guys' questions. Yeah, but the fourth one will be answering your guys' questions. The next one of these you see will be from Acen. We're gonna be recording there, and yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Remember to point it out.
Bye.
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 I like molasses.
Is that like,
I like my teeth. I brush my teeth with molasses.
Oh God.